Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast for the Degrassi Season 13 premiere, Summertime. A lot of emotions, a lot of opinions, a lot of feelings going through my head and everyone else's right now, as I imagine. I'm all over the place tonight. There's so many things to talk about. Um, let's get into it first with some of the new characters. We have Zoe, who we met briefly, who is on the West, what is it, West Drive or West End Experience. Um, the fictional television program. So we have that character. We have Miles, who of course is working on some sort of relationship or something along those lines with Maya. And then we have Chewie, or Winston, who is Miles' friend. The new characters, we didn't see a whole lot of them, so it's hard to really judge, the characters so far. I mean, all of them definitely have potential and seem pretty interesting. Zoe is sort of like, the bitchy queen bee type character. She gets what she wants, she has her way. We've seen that many times on Degrassi before, but it's not necessarily the character. It's about the way that the actress or the actor, performs said character, and we'll have to see what happens in the rest of the season. But so far, an interesting start to that character. I'm very curious to see what will happen. As for Miles, it kind of gave me some Craig vibes in the sense that his father was yelling at him and being mean to him and all that, and I thought they were gonna show him like beating him or something, kind of bringing it back to the Craig days from years and years ago. I mean, that was basically at the start of the show. We haven't really had a whole lot of parent and child abuse type episodes since back when Craig was on the show. But I mean, they could still go that way, but I don't know exactly where they're gonna go with that. But Miles definitely is an interesting character. His father running for mayor, that's sort of a new storyline as well for Degrassi. 13 years in, and they're still finding ways to take stories and flip them and make them interesting. We had some other things tonight. Well, of course, we got to talk about Chewie as well here. Winston, his real name. He seems kind of like, I'm not really sure what character I would relate him to, but for some reason I feel like he has maybe the most potential. He didn't get the most time, but I feel like there's so much more to him that is going to come out and it's going to be really interesting. I mean, I don't even know. He's kind of got like a sarcastic, cocky but confident, funny vibe. It's really hard to say what I would consider him as, but I feel like there's more to him than meets the eye, and I'm definitely excited, probably mostly about him, just to see, where they're gonna go and the whole relationship with him and Miles, the whole friendship that they have. The new theme as well tonight. Now, I'm not sure if that is the actual theme itself. It was really short. I know normally Teen Nick and the broadcasters sometimes shorten them for the special premieres and episodes. So I don't know if that was a cut thing, but from reading on Twitter briefly throughout commercials during the episode, it seemed like people were saying that was the actual that was it. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen it once, so I don't even really remember. It went by so quick. It sounded like some new vocals or re-recording from Alex Johnson doing the theme again. And I guess there was a few still shots in there from some of the first episodes of the season, and they said you can go back and pause them and look for clues and stuff. So I'll definitely have to do that after this. I mean, for what it is, I mean, it was the theme. I mean, not overly exciting, I guess, but I have to go back and rewatch it. We had a Mad Men reference tonight. Eli and Claire talking about it. I love when the show references things that are actually in real life as well. So it was nice to have the whole Mad Men thing. The video chatting, the sex thing was kind of awkward. But very funny as well. Eli and Claire always providing a great balance of drama with comedy. all that, and Eli taking off all his clothes right when Claire comes back, and she tells him that she has cancer. It's a moment where, as an audience, you're feeling very sad, but at the same time, you're laughing. They're trying to ease the moment. So, and also Degrassi has a summer camp now, which is very interesting. I really like how they're incorporating, new things. I mean, whether or not the storylines turn out to be actually good or the fans like them or whatever, they're not just throwing the same things over and over again. They're actually trying to reinvent and do new things in the summer camp, and the running for mayor, going to Paris, all this stuff. It's fantastic. Um, let's talk a little bit about Tristan and Maya. The whole besties thing. Tristan, Tori left. She moved away off the show now. And Tristan is trying to connect with Maya, talking about how they're going to be best friends all summer. And then all of a sudden, he leaves her outside of a club to go hang out with the new girl, Zoe. And it's like, okay, now Maya is alone in an alley here. What is going on? Um, but, I gotta say also for season 13 so far, this episode, the atmosphere, it felt awesome. It felt, so different. Even though season 12, the timeline from season 12 to season 13, is just a matter of days or whatever, it feels like an entirely different, time. I mean, everything, it was, I don't, in a good way, the whole scene outside the club when Maya and Miles first started talking and everything, it just felt really just awesome, like cinematic, like a movie. Something about it, the way it was shot and everything was just fantastic. I enjoyed that a lot. Um, let's get back now a little bit to the inside of the club. Fifi Dobson made an appearance. She hasn't really been relevant in quite some time, but the song she did tonight was really good. I don't know if that's from a CD that's already out or a new CD upcoming, but yeah, she had a song a while ago that was on the radio. I don't even remember the name of it. It was so long ago, but I'm definitely interested maybe in checking out some of her new material. It sounded pretty good. Um, Claire, back to Claire. Like I said, I'm going all over tonight. I'm just trying to think about everything that happened. Um, the whole video sex thing, it had me wondering, was she doing it because she thought she had cancer? Or was she just, growing up and trying to take her relationship to another level? And of course, then we found out that she did have the cancer. So, a very emotional and great performance tonight, in regarding that. Very sad, and hopefully it doesn't come to the worst, terms there. Also tonight, Imogen, I thought she, if not Claire, was the VIP of the night. Imogen was absolutely fantastic. Had a lot of great lines and great moments tonight. Her and Adam, great chemistry, very funny. Imogen, talking about how trying to figure out the sounds that the iguana makes and stuff. Very funny. Classic Imogen moments. You know, other little notes. Drew and Dallas. Dallas mentioned Rocky, which is, of course, his kid. Some great continuity there. What else do we have? Becky and Adam. The whole thing with Becky, I'm not really feeling her right now. She's annoying to me again. I think Imogen and Adam are a way better pairing, but, hopefully they are going to work their way to that. A new Matlin mom. I don't even know how many different moms. There's been a lot. A few, anyways. I don't know what's going on with that actress. She must not like the role, I guess, if she keeps leaving. Yeah, I mean, we had, the LA Complex set also was seen tonight at Miles' dad's house, or wherever they were at. I guess that was their house. So it was cool to see them use that set again, not putting anything to waste on Degrassi. Now towards the end of the episode, I knew right when Claire was on the phone that Eli would appear. I mean, it was a very typical and cliche moment. I almost wish that they didn't do, that, at least not in this episode. It was just so, it felt forced, and, we knew it was coming, or at least I knew it was coming. Um, But it is what it is. It was a great scene, but it felt so, forced, I guess. And just everything with Claire was really emotional tonight, really sad. But a lot of great plots, a lot of great interesting things tonight. The whole Paris thing that Maya was going to, I knew that would work out as well. We've seen things in the previews anyway that showed Maya on the way. But the fact they're actually going to be showing Paris, or at least acting like it's Paris, because of course they didn't actually film there, is very interesting in itself for Degrassi. It's going to be cool to see how they pull off, acting like they're in Paris and what exactly is going to go down, in these summer related episodes. And also, they're back to just one part episodes, no more two-parters. And I kind of like how they went back now to the old style. It sucks not having it on 4 times a week in the summer. Um, but it's about quality over quantity, and not that the summer episodes were bad. I mean, I thought the summer episodes in the past were always great. But it'll be interesting. It seems like they have a lot of creative juices and stuff flowing right now, and it'll be interesting to see how they pull out, back to one episode a week, just a few episodes this summer, back to how it was a few years ago. It's a long time, waiting one a week, but I think it will be worth it. Season 13, I don't know if it was the best premiere in recent times. A lot of potential, a lot of interesting moments to come. I am definitely excited for next week to see how the whole Paris thing works out and to see more with Claire. My attention is definitely captivated right now, but I'm not sure if it is my favorite premiere for the summer. But it's definitely a good one, definitely worth a watch, and I'm very excited for next week. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you thought about the episode, and I will talk to you all next week.